Hello, hi, this is my third video. I just got about 2 minutes through one and my son came in and decided to press the big red button. He's actually in the background watching DVD, so he might come back in again. Anyway, let's risk it. So I've been shopping again. I haven't spent a lot, really. I've got 17 games, which I counted in the last video, and which sounds like quite a lot since the last video. I suppose it is a lot, but I haven't rarely pay more than a dollar per game. So it's I'll go out sometimes spend a few dollars on a boxed Super Famicom game. So I do buy on a budget. I'm quite a frugal buyer. I'm not really a spendthrift. Even if there's a desirable item, I'll still try my best to be patient and try to find it, even if I stumble upon it. Every collector sort of envisages stumbling upon games rather than having to buy them at full retail price, which hurts. Obviously hurts. Yeah, so it's nice, but you can't plan it, obviously. So it's just great just to stumble across stuff. So anyway, let's get straight onto the games because I'm gonna run out of time. We've got 15 minutes. So the first game is Treasure Hunter G. It's a Square game. It's written in katakana on the box. Now this is like almost mint condition. I bought it from Mandarake, which is a otaku sort of shop in there's one in Fukuoka actually where I live. If you can see, it costs $4, but I mean this is a game that I've been looking at for a long time. It looks really cool. I mean, it looks super cool, and obviously the box is in really good condition. It's sealed, but it's just what the game shops do here. Frequently they just seal the games to protect them because they understand the people that buy them. Obviously that's how they like to buy them, so that's how it's done. But yeah, good game by all accounts. I mean, not legendary, but good game, good solid RPG. And I'll open it one day and I'll play it. I won't just keep it in a box. I won't keep it in the plastic container as well. But I'll do my best to look after it as well, of course. But I will play it. I'll give it a playthrough. As far as I can, within humanly possible, with all the games that you want to play and the time that I have, being a father and someone that works as well, not full time luckily, but I still work. So yeah, that's the first game. Now I'll skip the other Super Famicom games for a second. I want to go straight onto so I paid $4 for Treasure Hunter G. Went to Book Off again. This is Persona 1. Atlas game, obviously. Atlas just went bankrupt recently, and Sega bought them. Is that right? Sega bought them, maybe. But yeah, it looks like weird. I don't think it plays much like the newer Personas because it's got like an isometric view. I have no idea about this game really, but it came with the manual and obviously the game, which is always handy. For $1, so pretty good again. This was in the bargain bin in Book Off in Tenjin in Fukuoka. So they were all $1. So, and then I saw these. There were a few of these actually. Ark the Lad 3. I picked up the one with no instructions, didn't check, just bought it and walked out. But 2 discs, Ark the Lad 3, whatever, $1. Okay, this was a purchase. I don't know if I put this in another video. I doubt I did. But Brave Fencer Musashi. It's called Brave Fencer Musashi Den in Japanese. So they added a den, just to make it. They're selling different markets, Obviously the den appeals to Japanese people. No, it doesn't. Okay, but look at that, $1 anyway. And I know the manual's in there because it's bloody heavy. And it looks shit, but I mean, it's a Squaresoft game, and I'm sure it plays alright. It's a piece of gaming history, and it's $1. It's kind of ridiculous. So that's that. Also, because I bought Chocobo 1 Chocobo Dungeon 1, Chocobo Forest, Chocobo Dungeon, whatever. So I saw number 2. This was actually $5, so I don't normally stretch that much, but because I had the first one, I was like, oh, I've got to finish the set, and I started to get my OCD and started shaking, sweating, started licking my forehead. So yeah, ended up purchasing this, and to be honest, it's pretty much mint. The discs are immaculate. I don't think they've been played, so it looks pretty cool. It looks better than the first one. I haven't played either ever, so if anyone could tell me what they're like at all, and if they're worth a playthrough, because there's so many Squaresoft games I probably haven't played or have started but never finished that would come before playing a Chocobo game, because the idea of playing a Chocobo game doesn't appeal to me, but collecting Squaresoft games does appeal to me. Of course, it has massive appeal. So that was that. $5, a bit steep, but now I've got both games for $6. So in English pounds, it's like £3.50 or £4. So it's pretty good going. If you try to get that in England, that's car boot sale prices, which are always good. Which is flea market, the UK. Okay, and I got Panzer Dragoon Zwei, probably Zwei, isn't it? It's probably German. Panzer Dragoon Zwei, 1, 2, 2, so 1, 2, 2, it'd be 3, but then it says Panzer Dragoon 2, Zwei, so that's illogical. Panzer Dragoon 2, Zwei, which would be 3 in German. Okay, doesn't make any sense. Never mind. Okay, so that was $1. Saturn game. I don't think I'll buy a Saturn, to be honest, because they're huge, and I live in a tiny apartment as well. So I mean, if I bought a Saturn, I wouldn't be able to buy a sofa, if you know what I mean. So yeah, I think I prefer a sofa because I don't have a sofa. These apartments are so small, you really got to be careful with what you put inside them. Even sofas and Sega Saturn, not going to work. All right, I have to pick up the pace here because I'm on 7 minutes 28. This is like a high school game. It's called Tokyo Majin High School. Now this was only obviously released in Japan because it would probably sell pretty well in America for like the otaku sort of people, and maybe France as well, because French people love this sort of stuff. But I can't really see it's got mass international appeal apart from Japan. It looks like an isometric RPG tactics sort of game, but I don't really know a lot about it. It looks like it's got anime cutscenes as well. Yeah, it looks good, I suppose. It looks quirky and unique, so that's why I picked it up anyway. So I got that as well. I got this for $1. I was really happy. Spyro the Dragon for $1, and it's in really good condition. The player manual. It's got 2 discs. I never thought that Spyro came with 2 discs, but that's the game disc, and God knows what disc 2 is. Disc 2. Yeah, I don't know what disc 2. It doesn't explain there, and I don't really care what disc 2 does, to be honest. I'm pretty sure the British one had one disc. Okay, Spyro, $1. And this is what I found the other day. I went into Book Off in Hakata, and I've just finished playing number 2. And it's like one of my favourite all-time tactic RPGs, JRPG tactic role-playing games ever from Konami. And this was like the first one, which got me into the series. And I saw it there for $1, and I couldn't leave it there. I just thought, Jesus, how can they sell this for $1? It's like, breaks my heart, really. Well, I mean, obviously it makes me happy, but just how can they just let it go for $1? Jeez, craziness. But yeah, $1. Over the moon with that. I mean, that's really, really like one of my favourite games ever. This and Suikoden, and obviously Final Fantasy series, but this and Suikoden, like, Jesus, amazing, amazing games. So yeah, that made me very happy. Tales of Phantasia, great game by all accounts. There's a SNES version, and there was a lot of RPGs that were released late on in the Super Nintendo's life, and they were released bilaterally on the PS1 and the Super Nintendo, Super Famicom, but not only in Japan. There were a lot of releases like that, but not in other countries. I think like Tactics Ogre had the same situation, PS1, Super Famicom, but not in anywhere else really. It was just Japan, or maybe America had a couple, but Japan had loads of where you could buy them on the PS1. Like Mega Man 5 and 6 were released on the PS1 and the Super Famicom and the Famicom here, which is weird. Weird. Anyway, so let's move on quickly. Gonna run out of time. Today I went out. Let's go back to the Super Famicom box games. Okay, so I bought Front Mission recently, and it was in my other video. But I found the second Front Mission in an independent game shop around the corner from my house. Again, you can see from the box it's in really good condition. Bit of sticker residue there, which is a bit annoying. But manual is good. Discs in this little baggie and stuff, so that's really good. Okay, so that's that. Fatal Fury 2, which is cool, really nice box. Again, inside it's really good condition. Instruction manual, little baggie as well. So very good condition, very happy with that. And that was they were $5 for both games. Like one was $2, one was $3. Can't remember which was which, but I couldn't obviously let them go for that price. So Tales of Phantasia was $1 as well, by the way. So yeah, those two box Super Famicom games were cheap as well. Okay, and now I've got these games which I picked up today on the which is what probably the catalyst for making this video. Louis, give me a sec and I'll help you in a sec. So in the bargain bin in a flea market store here, I was there on Saturday and it didn't have anything. Now I was reluctant to really cycle past, but I thought give it a go. You know what this game hunting's like, you know, you get lucky, you go back to the same place a few days later and somebody's came in that time, and that's the way it works, you know. You just got to take a gamble sometimes. So I did. So I went back to the bargain bin and I found 55 yen games. So what's that, 30p? So I found Super Mario 3, the yellow cartridge, pretty dirty contacts, but I can clean it up. Pretty sure it should work. If it doesn't, I'll be surprised. But great. I mean, I love the Famicom carts. They're different colours, you know, whereas we Westerners, we got grey carts, which is kind of sad, really. I would have preferred the yellow carts or the multicoloured cart. So yeah, 55 yen, as you can see on it. Another game that I saw here. Let me open it for you, mate. Oh, don't worry, it's all right. There you go. Oh, Donkey Kong 2, 55 yen. Can't go wrong. Donkey Kong 3, 55 yen. Clean cartridges as well. They're both clean cartridges. So, 55 yen. Romance and Saga 3 for 55 yen. I can't remember any screenshots of it or gameplay. So I need to have a quick look on YouTube now after I've done this. So yeah, Romance and Saga. And last but not least, Doraemon, which is a Japanese character. Japanese have loads of characters like Anpan Man, Doraemon, Melon Pan Man, and their characters last for decades sometimes. They never really go out of fashion. They're on kids' buses and they're on the walls and they're in shop windows and stuff. They're like little mascots that are just everywhere, ever present. Whereas I think a lot of our cartoon characters go out of fashion. Western cartoon characters go out of fashion pretty quickly. But yeah, Doraemon 3 for the PS1, pretty cool game, I guess, by all accounts. Only released in Japan, I take it. Oh, so yeah, that was it. That's all the games. Pretty nice haul. I didn't spend much more than $30, if that. I mean, $25, something ridiculous like that. I mean, it's just mind blowing. But yeah, thanks for watching again, and I'll bring the next one out soon. Bye bye.